All right, guys, so we got the motor mount in, hopefully for the last time for a while. You have to undo the motor mount and jack it up to get to the stupid spring sensor down there. So tighten it all up, ready to go for our first spin. So after driving the car, I'm sure you guys heard in the video, it just made like this disgusting wheel bearing type noise. So I jacked it back up, as you can see, and I checked it all over. So on the left side, it has this sweet LS rim that spins freely. On this side though, it wouldn't spin. So I thought it was an issue with the e-brake. So messing with the e-brake cable didn't seem to do anything. But on further inspection, because Inker's a piece of shit, he put on a steel wheel on this side, and you can clearly see that the caliper is hitting on the wheel. So I'm gonna bolt this back up and we're gonna try to spin it so you guys can see. Okay, so with the wheel on, as you can see, it's plenty stuck. It's like not moving. So I'm just gonna loosen this up right quick. So now all the lug nuts are loose and you can hear it. So our issue, fortunately enough, is not a wheel bearing or wheel hub. It's literally because Inker's a piece of shit. So these are the RPF ones that are supposed to be for my Rally Miata, but offset's too low, touches the spacer, clears the caliper though, but yeah, nowhere remotely close for the strut, unfortunately. For the first drive, as you can see, the only thing worked was speedometer, but that was a GPS speedometer. So now I took the cluster out for the Pro Sport gauge that Inker had hooked up, and I'm gonna run it to the ECU so we get proper tach out. All right, so I got the tachometer working. Let's try to hold it at 1500 RPMs or so. So it's pretty close. I think it's matching pretty good there. So we've got tach working. So a minute ago, you guys saw the tachometer drop out while I revved it up. So it's working now. It's had to make some changes here in the actual settings. So there we go. Okay, so we got our knock sensor relatively dialed in. I really like to do this on the dyno with knock ears, but I always try to get it dialed in, you know, just at idle, free revving and stuff like that. So even you would have to run some really silly timing to get knock while you're free revving it. So that gives you kind of an idea to, you know, set your ignition table to something reasonable. So I like to do something about like 20, like I'll highlight the entire ignition table and put 20, 25 or so, and then we'll just rev it up a couple times to see. On the link, there's lots of knock tables, so I'm not going to really go into it just because I don't want to be responsible for someone's trying to follow my directions and then doing it wrong. But this is the way that I've done it that works for me. So anyways, as you can see, the knock counter it's kind of high because I was messing around, but when I rev it up, it should barely go up, if at all. It should actually just not go up at all. So as you can see that it went up just a little bit and only in small steps. So I think it's dialed in pretty damn good. Again, you still got to fine tune it just to give you an idea of the knock tables that you're in control of, is that you've got 3 parameter tables and actual threshold tables and stuff like that. So these two are like the tables that what happens when it does see knock. So we're really only looking at these 2 really. So here's a couple settings just to go over really quickly, and then there's the actual knock threshold table. So it is a bit more advanced than that, but that's just the gist of it.